Good morning, beautiful family. Welcome back to this space. I'm so glad you joined me here today. Today we're going into day 28. How are we doing? Are you enjoying the process? Please let me know what you think. So far, how has it been for you? And if you have friends or family or colleagues that you have shared this with, how has it been for them? I would love to hear from you. So, today we're going to be looking at 4 more places, 4 more scenarios, situations where you find yourself, and what to do to make the best out of every situation that you find yourself in. Let us start with number 1, church place. Now, I am assuming that most of you are Christians. Even though I don't take anything for granted, and I recognize that there are persons who practice other religions, and maybe none at all. But for my Christian family here, this is something that we need to pay attention to. Many times when we go to church, many times, unfortunately, I'm guilty sometimes too, and I try to correct myself. We get to church, and all we are thinking about is getting a seat and keeping our things safe and seeing what the service is going to be like and who we're going to meet. But a lot of times we forget that we are coming into His presence. So, I want to challenge you today. Come to the place of worship with a heart that is prepared to worship, not distracted with everything that is going on around you. Remember that the Lord deserves your best, and He deserves your reverence. You are going into His presence. So I want to challenge you in the area of worship. Be intentional. Make sure that you are intentional about being in His presence. So the first thing that I want you to do is arrive with a heart prepared for worship and not distraction, and then greet at least 3 people intentionally. Yes, you heard me say intentionally. A lot of times when we go to church, we see people, we see friends, we say hi, we say hello, but then we go back to our phones and we are checking the messages on our phones, which is okay after the service. But during the service, be intentional to say hi to at least 3 people, meaning at least 3 persons, aside those that are very close to you. You know, if you sit next to someone, of course, you're going to say hi to that person. But someone you don't know too well, someone that sits far away from you in the church, try to make it a habit, try to make it a point, be intentional to greet at least 3 persons in the church service. And then look for one way to serve, big or small, before you leave. It doesn't matter how small you think it is. It matters to the Lord. If you have a talent that you can showcase, do it. There are so many ways that you can impact lives, especially in the place of worship. Number 2, senior colleagues. I want to encourage you, if you have senior colleagues, learn with humility, contribute with value. Now, many times when we climb up the ladder of success, unfortunately, some of us tend to walk over the people who helped us get there. Some of us tend to walk over those who have been there before us. And many times when we become senior ourselves, we tend to do the same thing to the younger ones. Don't do that. Pay attention to the people that you work with, especially those who are senior to you, because a lot of times they have a wealth of experience that you may not have. So learn with humility. The Bible says in Proverbs 22 verses 4, that the old man in honor among his people, and he is honorable in many days, yet his eyes they dim with age. That is speaking for itself. In other words, it's saying that, yes, you have wisdom, you have knowledge, you have experience that you have gathered over the years. So let us respect the older folks, not just in our place of work, but everywhere. So the first thing I want you to do when you're with senior colleagues is to ask one meaningful question about their expertise or their career journey. It could be about how they got there, what they did to be able to get to the position that they are in. Whether it's their career or their business, ask them questions. They will be happy to share with you. I have had experiences where young people come up to me and ask me questions about my career, about my business, about whatever they think I could have experienced. And it warms my heart. It tells me that there is someone out there who is interested in me, who respects me, who thinks I probably have something to share and is ready to listen. So be humble, be respectful, and ask them questions. Then follow through on task they assigned, on time, and to standard. When your seniors ask you to do something, try to do it as fast as you can. Do it to the best of your ability, do it to the best of your knowledge, and do it on time. These are simple things that you can do to make sure that you build relationships with senior colleagues. And then share credit for wins that came through their guidance. You will get there someday, I promise you. You will be the senior colleague someday, and there will be someone who will come to you and seek your advice, ask you questions, and you would be happy to share. So remember to always share credit for wins that came through their guidance. Number 3, junior colleagues. Listen, I want to challenge you to be a blessing to junior colleagues. You don't have to be a tyrant. You don't have to be somebody who is hard on people. I understand that sometimes there are difficult people to work with, and you may have to be strict and lay down the rules. However, sometimes you also have to understand that you are a leader, and you are meant to lead by example. So, if you are in a position where you have junior colleagues, I want you to lead by example. Coach with care. Think about the fact that if you speak to them rudely, you speak to them anyhow, you shout at them anyhow, they are learning from you. And when they go out from working with you, they may transfer that attitude into another workplace. So try as much as possible to lead by example and coach with care. What does that mean? It means giving clear instructions and expectations, offering feedback that is honest, but also encouraging, celebrating progress, not just perfection. Because when you are leading a team and you only celebrate perfection, no one wants to work with you. People want to work with someone who appreciates their efforts, who appreciates the little improvements that they make, who appreciates their progress, not someone who is always waiting for them to be perfect before they are appreciated. Don't be that person. Be a leader who is fair, who is kind, who leads by example. Trust me, your team will appreciate you. You will go far in life. God will honor and bless you. Number 4, kids. The last one for today is kids. I want to challenge you to build connection before correction. Now, I have worked with kids. I have volunteered with kids. I used to teach Sunday school when I was younger, and all I learned was that if you use fear to correct children, they are never going to like you. They are never going to like coming to you. They are never going to like listening to you. So, if you have children of your own, make sure that you spend time with them. It doesn't have to be a long time. At least 10 minutes of uninterrupted time with each child today. Make sure you have that. You would be surprised what they tell you. You would be surprised what they share with you. And when you have other people's children, you are a parent, you are a guardian, you are a teacher, you are a youth leader, you are a Sunday school teacher, you are a role model to these kids. So when you have kids, make sure that you spend at least 10 minutes of undistracted time with each child today. Praise specific positive behavior you noticed. This is important. When you call a child and you want to correct them, don't just call them and correct them. Tell them one thing that they did right before you tell them what they did wrong. And then correct calmly, explaining the why behind the rules. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any feedback for me, please drop it in the comments section. If you have any suggestions for future topics, please also drop it in the comments section. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to support the channel, like the video, share the video with family and friends. Remember that you are amazing. Keep keeping it real. Stay true to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.